Hello, welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I am Sam Bailey, the Soul Stir, stirring up your hearts and your minds for God. I want to thank you for joining today, and I appreciate all of you who continue to support this by subscribing, first of all, to the Soul Stir on YouTube and also sharing these messages. If you can, each time you receive these messages, share them with at least 25 people. And in doing so, you'll be a part of putting inspiration, encouragement, and motivation out into the world. This morning, I want to talk about how decreasing your circle size can often increase your vision. In decrease your circle, increase your vision. It's an example that we see from Jesus, right? The gospel message that went into the world started with a few folk. It didn't start with the whole world. It began with a few men and it eventually grew and expanded. And now worldwide, there are many who are believers. There are many companies and CEOs that began the same way. It began in a basement, Amazon, or you had a business idea and you shared it with your best friend. And sometimes for great visions, you got to have a small circle. They were often mad at Jesus because he had his three disciples, right? Peter, James, and John, and they were the ones that went with him everywhere, and they experienced the highs and lows. They were with him as he was transfigured on a mountain, and they were also with him as he was in agony in Gethsemane over the fate of the world. It's the same thing, those people who are your day ones, right? The people who are there for you when you're trying to scrape and pull your funds together and trying to get your business planned or trying to clearly articulate and define the parameters of your vision. They're there with you when you didn't have the money. They were there with you when you didn't have the education. And so as you grow your vision, you've got to be able to keep that same level of tight knitness, so to speak, where people you can trust. You got to have confidants. You got to people who support your vision. And I'm not a person who believes in when I have initial ideas to sharing it with a bunch of folks, because you're always gonna have folks, number one, who don't care. Then there are other folks who can't see it like you see it, and that can cause discouragement. And then there's other people who are gonna shoot it down, no matter if it's a great idea or not. The fact that it didn't come from them is all enough reason for them to shoot it down. And then here's another thing: everybody's not gonna be excited about your progress or your visions or your goals or your aspirations. People can know they need to do things but not do them. As I said, change is necessary and it's vital. Good captains understand this. It's the weather, it's the ocean, it's the wind, it's the waves that often dictate the course that one takes. Same thing a pilot. Pilots don't just fly into the storm. They see the storm coming, they maneuver around the storm. So I want to tell you that as you're starting off in this dream, this journey, don't share whatever I share with the public. You can best believe I'm already far in advance of what I've shared with the public. But the inception of my ideas start with a small group of people, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people. 4 people that you trust, 4 people that help you expand the vision, 4 people that can agree with you and disagree with you as well, but it's not personal. It just comes to the point where you can talk about the plan and the plan. You got to have smart people around you. I often say if you're the smartest person in the room, you might be in the wrong room. And my gifts may be organization, my gifts may be development, but there's people who know more about that thing than I do. So I'm going to tell you to, again, evaluate your circle, evaluate who's around you, evaluate who you're pouring into and who pours into you on the basic foundational level. This makes all the difference how far you're going to go in this life. And again, once you put your plans together, you got to just trust that God has a purpose for you and a purpose in your life, and you can walk with him and trust him no matter what. Well, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you joining us today. Please share this message with someone, and we'll see you next time right here on 4 More Minutes. Thank you.